should be. And Blizzard, can you please do what everyone has been asking for since the launch of this game, which is allow you to lock the lobby?
I would like to lock it.
Yeah, why is this feature not in the game? I mean, you've been able to do this in every other RTS thing. I'm pretty sure you could do it on Battle.net 1 as well. You can't do it here.
Do it in Generals 1.
You could. Generals 2's coming out.
I know.
Hopefully it's good. We shall see. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's StarCraft 2 time, and I bring you Team Ace's Nerchio. He is in the blue trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the northeast of the Daybreak versus his opponent. It is, in fact, Liquid TLO. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the southwest.
I saw your game versus Namet. TLO's like, I know, I'm good.
I think they should nerf BC because they are too strong if you new rule them.
I think BCs are so bad.
They kind well in,
like
in that matchup they kind of are.
It's like quantity versus quality, but quality doesn't matter.
Yeah.
not when there's fun growth, neuroparasite, and so on.
Battle cruisers only counter other battle cruisers. Oh my!
I know. I'm like just reading this. I'm like, let's go theorycraft.
Yeah, let's get some strategy discussion going on right here. It's not like anything's going to happen in the first couple of minutes anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Raven was missing though. That's true.
Yeah, the lack of Raven was really confusing in that game. That's something I would have definitely thrown in there, especially like it's large groups of units. Raven's a perfect choice.
Well, with the point defense drone as well, the Corruptors are not going to be able to do crap
because
against.
Corruptors shoot very slowly, so it is a bit of a pain. Admittedly, when you have 35 Corruptors, you're going to need a lot of PDDs to stop that, but still.
Yeah, maybe. All right, well, that's our theory crafting over for now. Back to the game.
There's drones being made.
It's going to be like a hatch first kind of game.
I think so, yeah.
Simply because the rush distances are just it's not possible to rush. It's just too long. So we are going to go ahead. Actually, Nerchio does go spawn and pull first. He does this a lot. He goes spawn and pull, then extractor, and then goes ahead and takes an expansion. The reason why he doesn't hatch first is because he prefers map control. With the extractor you can get speed out but still have a relatively fast expansion, and as long as you do kill a couple of drones or something, it's kind of equalized. So
there's some rage going on. There's some rage. What would we say?
Kids, man.
It's kids. Both of them think they're good. But, I mean, actually, yes, funnily, Nerchio has played Terran. I mean, he used to play random. So
yeah, Nerchio was pretty good then, too.
He was, yeah. I remember seeing him win as Protoss, actually. Protoss is kind of his off race now. I think Terran is his least favoured race. He doesn't like to play them in any circumstances, but he still played them pretty well when he used to play random. So.
And on this map, the ramp is really, really close to the natural hatchery, so TLO's not taking gas. He's going to probably just invest that extra money into a faster third queen, potentially a fourth, but probably just 3.
Yeah.
You don't need 4. Because in this matchup you don't actually use every single lava if you hit every single lava inject. So it doesn't matter that much if you miss a few and pull a queen down. So probably just stay on 3. Meanwhile, there is that hatchery going down for Nerchio, and he can basically take off gas now as well as he gets up to 100 gas. But if he stays in, we may actually see some Baneling Nest come down very, very shortly. But against TLO style, aggression is not the answer. Against this style is you have to take out a gas and then just go ahead and take a third base of your own. Because what can TLO do to stop it? When you have map control, there's nothing he can do. So there goes Nerchio out of gas, and he's going to poke around with these 4 Zerglings. Not going to get anything to begin with, but no, he has map control because of the speed.
Yeah, he's just going to have a little bit of a poke here and there, do a little bit of damage. I mean, he might get a drone here, actually. Yeah, he will. So that's not a bad little start for him. And he could engage here.
That's good, because literally you only need to kill about 2 drones, maybe 3 to actually equalize the fact that you didn't go, like, hatch early.
Yeah. He's also preventing mining as well, which is something you've always got to consider here.
And he's doing it without even speed, so it's a really good start for Nerchio here.
Yeah, very, very good indeed. Queen is now up, so that should be able to deal with that without too much of a problem. And if we look at the drone count, it's in favor of TLO, obviously, because the hatchery went down first for him, but not by a huge amount.
Yeah, and Nerchio actually just pulls ahead as 2 more pop out. So
yeah.
Spinecrawler down as well, and do we have a third queen in the making? Not yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one very, very shortly. Meanwhile, no third base going down yet for Nerchio, but I expect to go down. He has 2 options. Take a third base, or as we're seeing now, just build more lings, start harassing a little bit, and then take it. But I don't expect him to do any aggression this early on. There's just no point. TLO can see it, and then like has 3 minutes to react. So you can even build 2 Spinecrawlers in time before anything comes in. With 2 Spinecrawlers of his own, there's nothing that Nerchio can really break through. So I expect we see TLO just drawn up heavily. TLO loves Mulus heavily in this matchup. So as soon as he reaches 100 gas, he may get speed first and then layer. But he may actually just go layer first to actually get the Mulus out as soon as possible.
Yeah, could very well do. And you see a lot of ZVZ these days, both on ladder and tournaments, just go for 2 base versus 2 base, layer versus layer, muter v muter.
Grabs the drone.
Yeah, always nice.
Good, no mining as well, so really nice from Nerchio. Really good harassment.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And of course, with the speed advantage, is able to run into the main as well. It doesn't have a huge number, but he's certainly going to be able to do some damage. TLO immediately pulls off, looks for the surround, and is able to save those drones as well. But again, this is annoying. That's one in gas that wasn't would have otherwise been there. And it's also APM wasted, it is mining time wasted. Nerchio is doing really, really well in terms of just picking off units here and there. Nerchio has got incredibly strong ZVZ, so let's see how he does here.
He's killed 4 drones in the entirety of this game, which is really, really nice.
Yeah,
meanwhile, there goes the drone for the 5th base. The reason why, the 5th base, sorry, the 3rd base. The reason why,
that's a crazy macro right there.
I know, like, it's because my hotkeys is like always 5 as
it is the 5th base on the map, so what you said is technically true. So.
Oh, the 5th base on his hotkeys too, because 5 is his hotkey for the hatchery. So
magical.
Basically, what the 3rd base is so good because if TLO wants to go Mulisk, which is probably his preferred style, when somebody takes a 3rd base before you, it's like, where it like doesn't work, it doesn't compute properly because he's going to have a lot more gas, he's going to be able to out macro you, and by the time you wait for 10 Mulis to come out, he already has 6 gas, Infestors, Hydras, Spore Crawlers. Is like nothing you can do, and you can't get that map control, that map presence, the more bases than your opponent, which is what Mulis are meant to give you before your opponent, because he's already got it. So in that regard, we might not even see Mulis come out. We might actually just see him going into heavy Roach, which is what we're seeing, I think, from TLO right now as he throws down the Roach Warren.
Yep, another big Ling run by, something Nerchio is also famous for, using the hold command, which is becoming increasingly popular, because hold command means that it's already got to do, that's going to be a lot of damage. Holy hell, is that a lot of damage?
Well, he's got Lings just sitting on the ramp.
Why is
TLO?
Is TLO going AFK? Oh dear God, that just put him so far behind.
He doesn't want Nerchio to run into the main, but at the same time, 22 drones just got killed, man.
That's not a good trade.
So now he's down to 35 versus 53. Nerchio's actually the one throwing down a Spire now after that such a big lead, realizing that TLO ain't going nowhere.
Well, not after that much damage.
As you can see, 12 drones in the making from TLO. So the 5th and 6th gas has been taken now on the base for Nerchio. He's going to have such a high count of Mulis. And what do we have here for TLO? We literally have Hydras. Double upgrades, though, which may be his saving grace. Oh my God, so smart! I did this on the ladder not long ago. Basically, against Mulis play, this is what you do, man.
Unitas, basically,
You can Unitas it, because you don't have to worry about travel distances. But if Nerchio is actually going to get into the base, then that's obviously not going to work either.
Well, TLO should be able to stop that. He can do a queen block, but oh, there we go, nicely done there. And he actually traps those Lings and does significant damage. Nice, and that keeps the Nidus worm as a bit of a secret there. And yeah, Roach Hydra into Nidus in order to actually attack it. Yeah, it's good. It's nice
I did this and thought I was the smartest person in the world, and then I see TLO doing it. I'm like, we are so smart, because basically Hydras can't get anywhere, and you can't defend with just Hydras. You have to be aggressive with it. So there is the Nidus worm going to the 3rd base. If he moves an Overlord towards the north as well and gets in the main base as well, that's another great, fantastic move as well to do. So this 3rd base is not going to be long for this world, and with Hydras in your face, if he builds a lot of them right now, it's going to be very hard for Nerchio to deal with it. But look at this, Ling counterattack once again, very nice, preventing the economy.
Yeah, this is the problem, isn't it? He is starving TLO. TLO has got to equalize at this point. Try and take the 3rd out. He should be able to do that. How many Hydras?
I don't think he has enough Hydras, man. He only has 6.
He's only got 1, and now he's just got it out. Yeah.
7 more are about to pop out the Nidus worm, but with Lings and Bailings, which Nerchio should be able to build to help defend. He's actually coming back to defend his main, I think. Or is he?
Well, he's pulled back already. I mean, he's taken the 3rd out, which is nice, and he's avoided losing all of those Roaches in the process.
Pops out. Oh, really nice by TLO. Pops out there just in time to kill a lot of Mutas. Really good.
Very good. Yeah, I'm liking that an awful lot here from TLO. This Nidus play is interesting.
And he's still mining okay from the natural. Just needs a queen there to replenish it, but it's good. I mean, there's the Overseer going into the main base, so we're going to see a Nidus swim into the main base, but is Nerchio going to see it? Oh, unfortunately for him. Oh my God!
Yeah, he spotted it. Okay, I was going to say he spotted it. He didn't respond to it. Yeah, but he was. If only he'd built it just a little bit further up, then that wouldn't have been an issue. And the Overseer will now be picked off as well. The 3rd's been denied. The problem is that TLO hasn't been able to take his own 3rd yet.
Oh, he didn't kill the Overseer.
Oh wow!
Nerchio missed it, and TLO's going to go in again. If he can distract in the middle and then get the Nidus swim in the main, Hydras with +1. Wow, this is going to be really good. Oh, is he going to Nidus though? Oh, Nerchio comes back with the mutas though to clean it up. So
Yeah,
TLO has no option to get into the main base now. So on this regard, he needs to start creep spreading towards the third base and start looking for a third base of his own and start defending, because he's in quite a decent position right now.
Yeah, and Nidus has enabled him to get back to his base immediately, so the mobility of the Lings and Mutas is effectively nullified. That defense is there and ready to go. But Nerchio's just going to go really hard, I think, on stopping TLO from taking a third base and trying to starve him right now.
And as TLO takes a third base, he should be wanting to throw down the infestation pit, because what Nerchio wants to do, as you can see in the production tab, is centrifugal hooks is being made, and he wants to go Ling, Baneling, Muta. So Hydras get absolutely destroyed by the Banelings, really, really badly. But if you have infestors, you can hold them there with fungal growth and then keep your Hydras alive for a lot longer. But without a third base, TLO doesn't have the gas for that, so he needs to start thinking about that very, very shortly. Otherwise, Nerchio can just roll over with Banelings.
TLO is actually rallying drones into that extraction.
Chef did that in Shoutcraft Invitational.
Yeah, I remember that. He had about 13 in there. Yeah, he's got to fix that up. That's a bit of a problem there. We'll check on that in a minute. And just trading Overlords here and there. Mutas picking them off, Hydra's picking them off, and a Queen taken out here. The Muta count is quite scary. There's probably enough Hydras. It's a bit dicey one way or the other. It should be enough.
Oh yeah, it's definitely enough to push him away,
Yeah, he can certainly push them away. And in the meantime, there's another Ling run by right here just to try and do as much economic damage as possible.
So good. Nerchio is all over the place, man. So many more drones. Look at this now. 31 drones have gone down in this game. 33. Incredible. It's just crazy. And now third and fourth base being taken by Nerchio, realizing that there's no overlords on the map. He cleaned up every overlord. There is no way that Nidus Worm is taking effect again in this game. Meanwhile, TLO 41 drones versus 66. Nerchio is drawn up so heavily right now. Nerchio is at a great advantage where he can actually go toe-to-toe with the army composition if he wants to. He can build Roach War and Hydras of his own, but right now he is still focusing on, well, yes, he is getting Roach speed, so we will go into that Roaches very, very shortly. And here is a killer push. This is it from TLO. TLO has to do damage. He has to prevent damage from Banelings. If Banelings connect to these Hydras, that's it. There's GG. But as I say, that Mutas are on the natural again for Nerchio.
Yeah, and there's no real response to this, and TLO can't pull back. He knows that the Hydras are just far too slow to come back at this point, and the Nidus Worm having been cleaned up earlier, there's going to be another Nidus Worm to reinforce to this point. This is basically like his Nidus pylon here. The Roaches are going to eat a lot of Baneling damage. That's really important. If he can actually get a Baneling in there as well. A Baneling detonation in the center of that would be huge. Can he hold it? Oh, the Hydras take a big hit. He wasn't able to move them all back. He's still got 14, but in the meantime, Mutalists have been gutting this natural expansion. This is going to be close.
I think Mutas head on now beat these Hydras.
I think so.
With +2 that finishes, that changes the story, but Roaches, we had a pop and so on. But right now, it's a base race scenario which TLO can't win. He doesn't have mobility. You know, Mutas and Lings do all day long. So in the main base right now, Mutas are going to go to town, but there's a base in the bottom right for Nerchio. Base, third base as well. Hydra's doing so much damage with +2. Oh my god, as soon as that finishes, everything is going down. Yeah,
they rip and tear. The problem is that every Hydra he loses is just ruining this the DPS that he's got available. He's got a couple of Hydras now and a Roach moving down to this bottom base. And the Mutas are, of course, doing the base race here as well. It's a very, very weird game now from these. Roaches there, he's got to be careful with his control. You must be careful. The Hydra's not actually firing there. Moving into range of the Roaches, which has meant that another few have lost. Actually got to a melee combat.
There's no answer to the Mutalist.
No, there isn't. He doesn't have enough now.
So it's like TLO can't win. There's no answer to Mutalist whatsoever. He doesn't even have a Hydra. Well, he does have a Hydra Den, but he doesn't have the money to build anything, first of all. So it's literally these Hydras. 6 Hydras at +2. Versus a lot
16
of
Mutas? Nowhere. There's nothing.
There's Roaches, there's Lings. He's just going to go crush the Hydras, and with that, that'll be that, unfortunately. TLO with a brave attempt there, but the Hydras have now been crushed, and there's the GG, needless to say. And the first game of this best-of-3 series is going to Nerchio. Very good ZVZ action for both of these guys. And very good.
Yeah, I love the Nidus play. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Unfortunate base trade scenario going on there. Didn't really have too good an answer to that many Mutalisks. And I think, honestly, what really made a difference there as well, that engagement could have gone better for TLO on the ramp of the natural. Those Banelings should not have connected. They really shouldn't. He lost, I think, at least 6 or 7 Hydralisks. If he'd had those alive, maybe that would have changed things. Because think about that. +2, 6 more Hydras in that composition, everything dies so much faster. It could have changed things around, but that's how it goes.
Man. It's so hard. Without creep connected everywhere, like Hydras have to teleport, which is what obviously the Nidus Worm was for. So. Very, very hard against that. So, good play by both players.
Definitely,
The biggest thing, though, I think that really started to change the game around was TLO's lack of defense against like drone harassment by Lings. Like, that just slowed him down so much. The Nidus were in play, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Denying the third base, slowing Nerchio down, but at the same time, Nerchio's decision-making, when to engage, when not to engage, when to counterattack, top-notch as well. Sending everything to TLO's base, making sure that he can't reinforce, no longer have any economy,
Yeah.
and managing to clean